So you said the Beatty thing, but it's true. And I'm an ENTP, so I love the debate.
And I am an ENFP.
And you love to feel. You have feelings.
I got feelings.
Don't hurt Joel's feet.
Whoa,
Episode number 518, or what is this?
This is 515.
515.
Are you being a futurist again?
Well, 516 is my birthday, so it just happened a little bit ago.
Yeah.
So that's the next episode.
Happy birthday, couple. Oh.
Yeah, it's the episode that commemorates my birthday. We should have.
In 300 meters, turn left onto Trikiel Gadida.
And so I had it on my birthday and had 5-5 on your birthday.
Yeah, because the universe revolves around both of us.
Well, this podcast does.
That's true. It does. And welcome to the show. Actually, it revolves around you, our listeners, because there'd be no reason for us to be here. If it wasn't for you, this is the Bad Crypto Podcast. That dude is Travis Wright. I'm Joel Com. We are the Crypto Clowns.
Take the next left onto Trikiel Gadida and then turn left onto Telga Rahelgadid.
The blockchain blockheads, the DeFi, DoFi,
The NFT nerds.
NFT nitwits.
Oh, the NFT nitwits. That's good too.
The niftwits.
The NFT numbskulls.
And it's a good thing that we bring you quality people, because on our own, it's touch and go. We also have quality sponsors, and that's why you need to check out Animoca. These guys are revolutionizing the gaming industry. Big hits, big, F1 Delta Time, Quid, The Sandbox, Crazy Defense Heroes, Gamey, lots of others.
Turn left onto Telga Rahelgadid.
In the works. In fact, I just caught wind of one today, and I can't share it with you because it's just wind right now. So if you're a gamer, you want to know more about them, check it out, animocabrands.com. Tell Yatsu we said hello.
Actually, whenever I go to Starbucks, I always I need a
In 200 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit.
Venti Animoca double whip.
Extra F1 Delta Time.
I need extra NFTs
Yeah.
on my Animoca. Extra chocolatey.
All right, we promised a great interview, and we're going to deliver, and it's only because we have Mr. Jeff Garzik with us. We're talking about the Bitcoin space. If somebody comes along and says,
Exit the roundabout.
oh,
In 400 meters, slight right.
I was mining Bitcoin in 2008, well, they're lying to you because it didn't exist. The OGs in this space are really not that long ago. We're talking just over a decade. And one of those OGs who was there in the beginning
Take the next right.
and worked closely with the one and only Satoshi Nakamoto, at least that's what he says. Is he Satoshi himself? I don't think so.
Continue for 1 kilometer.
Mr. Jeff Garzik is with us today. He is the co-founder of Vesper, the co-founder and CEO of Block, spelled with a Q, because in this day and age we don't spell anything right. And he is a Bitcoin crypto OG. Jeff, welcome to Bad Crypto.
Thanks for having me. I've been looking forward to this. Hope you will treat me gently, as I'm a noob.
Yeah, you're an OG dude. So when this here in the
In 500 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Trickdai Sambru 13, Route 1.
bio says, fun facts, that you work closely with both Linus Torvalds, who of course is the creator of Linux, and Satoshi Nakamoto. So I have to ask you right off the bat, are you Craig Wright?
Well, I play him on TV, but at the end of the day, I gotta, get out.
Exit the roundabout onto Trickdai Sambru 13, then take the slip road to Masa Hamran bypass.
Character. No. Just kidding. If you Google, in fact, he.
Take the slip road to Masa Hamran bypass.
Expletive deleted, subpoenaed me as part of his whole show trial.
In 3 kilometers, take the exit towards Trick.com.
BS continued type of shtick. And luckily, and I can go off on a long rant about attorneys and subpoenas, there were some very generous OG attorneys who helped me out. But man, you triggered me right off the bat.
We like to trigger people.
I do not like that gentleman at all.
Joel just goes right straight for the jugular. He's jugular Joel.
I mean, you called him a gentleman. That's what surprises me.
Oh, slip of the tongue. I try to be humble and generous to everybody, and obviously in that particular case, maybe I should not.
Nice. We were just having a conversation beforehand, a little bit of pre-show banter, and you were talking about your early days of how you discovered crypto, and it sounds like we discovered Bitcoin at around the same time, although you didn't lose any of yours. Maybe share your origin stories for us.
Sure. And Travis, I thought you were making a joke, but maybe not. We may have discovered Bitcoin at literally the same moment.
The Slashdot article there?
Yep.
July of 2010.
You got it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was where I found it. I saw that Slashdot article, and I was already a big brain, big nerd at that time, and I said in my ego, oh, there's no way it's decentralized. Bitcoin, decentralized currency, it's got to be just 5 cloud computers running in an Amazon data center. What a bunch of BS. And so I clicked, I downloaded. It was open source, so you can crack open the hood. I've been, prior to that, worked 10 years on open source in the Linux kernel. So all the Android phones out there, all the data center servers, they got some of my code very deep inside. So very familiar with the open source. Looked at it, proved myself wrong. Oh shit, this is real. This is something that I've never seen before, and I thought I knew computer science. So that was really impressive. It blew me away. I immediately downloaded it, started hacking on the source code, started
In 500 meters, take the exit towards trick.com.
mining, started sending transactions. Oh, it was it was a Cambrian explosion, that single post. Apparently it minted Mr. Travis here as well.
Take the exit towards trick.com.
Jed McCaleb of Mount Gox and Stellar fame.
In 400 meters, take the slip road to trick.com.
Slashdotting a number of Bitcoin developers and enthusiasts from that one single post. And just amazing. It amazed me, and looking back over 10 years, it's still kind of a seminal moment.
Yeah, I just want to add on that.
Slip road to trick.com.
Funny about it is that I saw it and I go, okay, my concern was, oh my God, this is killing my computer. This sucks. Like, and then I talked to some of my
Continue for 1 kilometer.
smart friends who are like in technology as well. I was like, look at this. What do you think of this? And like nobody even gave it a second glance. I was like, okay, I guess it's nothing. Either that or I need some smarter friends. I think I need smarter friends. That's what really needed that.
So you worked with Satoshi Nakamoto. I'm assuming, via message boards, you guys had chatted about some stuff. I'm going to assume that you don't know who he is. You might. Do you?
In 600 meters, continue straight to stay on trick.com.
Do you want to say, or do you want to say who you think it is? And is it an NSA project?
The last first, it seems not. I don't have any other special information other than anyone else. Yeah, it seems illogical
Continue straight to stay on trick.com.
to me. It just the incentives to protect the U.S. dollar are very strong.
In 300 meters at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on trick.com.
In the U.S. government, the various essays about the dollar empire, the euro dollar, all the ways that the dollar extends beyond the shores of the United States is very endemic in the character of the U.S. government and how it forms, how it makes decisions. And so it just seemed very unlikely that the NSA or CIA or other 3-letter acronyms would embark upon this as a project at all. You can get into various counterintel and all sorts of novel type stuff, but at the end of the day, it kind of seemed unlikely that it would come from the government. Because this is very, fundamentally, it's potentially monetarily
In 400 meters at the roundabout, take the second exit and stay on trick.com.
destabilizing. Potentially, you could create your own government in kind of a science fiction future. So, there's that. As to who is Satoshi? No idea. Your guess is absolutely right. It's entirely online. Was my communication. It was very rote. There wasn't a whole lot of personality, and I think again with the spy novel type mindset, Satoshi was very, very good at protecting
Exit the roundabout onto Trick-Dun-Calm.
anonymity. There was no chit chat about, the braid.
In 500 meters at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Trick-Il-Kebira.
Or, the Raiders just made a touchdown, or
What about the
this
Chiefs?
kind of music.
That's what Travis would want to know. What about the Chiefs?
Yeah, posts at different times, so really protected that anonymity.
Definitely was an interesting time, I'm sure, to come from a computer scientist background like you have, right? Like, I could code HTML and some JavaScript, but I'm like diving into the kernels and
Exit the roundabout onto Trick-Il-Kebira.
and understanding Linux and some of the computer science background that you have. That's something that a lot
Continue for 1.5 kilometers.
of people did not have or don't have, to be able to go in and validate the open source nature of this, right? You're going, wow, okay, this is truly decentralized. This is a whole new world. So once you realize that, what happened next? You were like mining some Bitcoin, and then eventually you started, building your own companies around the blockchain. So take us there.
Yeah, it really took over my life. It was since I had maybe the engineering chops to do that deep dive and look at the cryptanalysis of the algorithms underlying Bitcoin, stuff like that. It worked. It was clear that it was not just there was a key in somebody's pocket, in somebody's closet somewhere. No, it was nothing like that. It was mathematically pure, and you don't know how exciting that makes nerds like us. So after that,
nerds like us.
yeah, exactly. It was mining. Yeah, you got to participate, and the easiest way is in July of 2010 is heat your house, meaning turn on every computer mining Bitcoin that you could possibly turn on, and you're participating in the network. You're strengthening the network. You're involved in this new technology. There were all these kind of quick hits of positivity and engagement along the way, and that turned into an early mining business up in Minneapolis. We found a poor landlord, poor as in naive, who charged us a flat rate for electricity. That was his first mistake.
That didn't bode well for him, huh?
So we had flat rate rent on this office in a large office building, and the only thing in the entire office was a single rack of computers and this air duct that went straight to the window. And we were sitting there mining on GPUs and generating blocks, creating mining pools. Some of the first mining software was my mining software. I wrote the first CPU miner, like ancient technology, and people who took GPUs and now the advanced mining chips that you see today, they're still using bits and pieces of my original 2010 mining code that we wrote for that Minneapolis mining farm. It's funny how those little things stick with you. But yeah, it was mining and activism. Pounding the pavement, making my contractors on my house really annoyed. I'm like, can you take Bitcoin to cut my grass? Can you take Bitcoin to, rehab my house? You're
that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I was that guy in 2010, and they're like, what? How can I even do this?
Did any
you
take
gotta go
it?
through that phase, right? You got to go through that phase.
I'm wondering, Jeff, did anybody say yes, really early on, that's sitting on a huge stack today because that's what they got for cutting your lawn?
Sadly, no. But pre-show, I was telling Travis about a real good buddy of mine. I sent him 60 Bitcoin way in the early days, and he was a fellow nerd, but he had kind of fallen on hard times. He was living out of his car for a little while, stuff like that. And but he knew computers, and he knew me, so I sent him 60 Bitcoin. He held on to it, and he held on to it through the various market cycles, and now he's a multimillionaire thanks to that 60 Bitcoin that I gave him. He owns a pawn shop. He owns a bunch of real estate. He's doing really well for himself.
That's awesome.
That's my story for that.
Well, apparently you also did a lot of developer bounties for Bitcoin back in the day, and according to the number I have here, you gave away 15,678 Bitcoin for bounties. That's worth about $1 billion today.
Yeah, I'm running a calculator in the background. 862 million or thereabouts.
862 million, and soon to be $1 billion.
That's so nice. That was so nice, Jeff.
Yeah, it was, and that was straight out of my bank account to Dustin Dollar. Nobody, this is like crypto ancient history. Nobody listening to this podcast probably knows who Dustin Dollar is. I don't know who Dustin Dollar is, but that was the very first Bitcoin exchange. And you could, before Mt. Gox, before any of these, there was a Bitcoin exchange. I went there, I bought $1,000 of Bitcoin, which was a little bit, I forget the exchange rate, but that got me a little bit over 20,000 Bitcoin. And over the course of 2 developer bounties, there was a 10,000 Bitcoin bounty. And there was and this was just me, funny how history happens. This was me pounding keys on the keyboard. I just said,